Concerns along the water after chunks of hazardous material washed ashore in Keyport. News 4's Pat Battle live on the beach now with more about these chunks, Pat, and where they may have come from.
Well, Adam, these are what we're talking about here. They kind of look like rocks, but they feel and sound more like lead. Hundreds of them have washed up on this Keyport beach. The question's now, where do they come from? How much of it is out there, and how to best and safely get rid of it?
It's a neurotoxin. It's not good.
Baykeeper Greg Rameau was taking it upon himself to warn beachgoers of the danger he first spotted on the sand here along the Raritan Bay in Keyport at the end of June. These rock-like chunks in the sand aren't rocks at all. He says they're chunks of slag, a byproduct of lead manufacturing. He believes they came from a seawall that was built with contaminated lead at the Raritan Bay Slag Superfund site in nearby Lawrence Harbor. It is slated for remediation, but the Baykeeper wonders if that plan needs to be expedited. He found this material on a routine inspection at the beach and sent it out for testing.
And we wanted to make sure before ringing alarm bells that it did contain lead. We found that it does, and now we've been those results came in Tuesday evening. We alerted all kinds of authorities, agencies.
But Rameau says no one's been out here to examine the hundreds and hundreds of chunks of debris littering the south end of the beach. There's not even a sign warning people to avoid it, what he says is a public health threat.
If you ingest the lead, that's where it's really dangerous.
Right. And if they're fishing and they're ingesting.
If they're fishing and you're eating food that's, you're eating the fish that may have ingested the lead or the crab.
Nick and Sue Barbaro brought their grandkids out to do a little fishing here this morning. Just a few yards away from the shallow waters, a huge pile of what the Baykeeper says is slag sitting atop the sand.
Get them out of the water.
A warning from Greg prompted a change of plans.
And they're saying we could eat the fish here, but you know what? I would never do that anyway.
Congressman Frank Pallone represents this part of the Jersey Shore.
Well, the concern is that the Raritan slag site has been, is in the process of being remediated. I mean, we think that's going to be, the cleanup may start soon, and we've been working on it for a long time. But we never had a situation where pieces of the seawall with the lead, for example, were breaking off, right? So it's not controlled, if you will, from the water side, because the concern always was that the lead would seep into the water, not that the pieces would break off. So this is very disconcerting, right? In other words, if in fact that is happening, then that's a whole new level of concern.
Pallone says he spoke to the regional director of the Environmental Protection Agency yesterday.
She said that she's absolutely going to prioritize it, do the testing, determine if it comes from the Superfund site, and if it does, then it would have a whole new level of prioritizing containment from the water side. Okay. But as you point out, it's not just a question of, even if it's not coming from there, well, where is it coming from? And we have to contain it. We can't let people be exposed to it. And so this could open up a whole new sort of can of worms.
Yeah, his concern is that if this material is washing up here and it's out there, it could be spreading. So he wants that investigation to get underway quickly. The EPA hasn't given us a timeline for that, but everyone here is pushing for it to be sooner than later. In Keyport, I'm Pat Battle, News 4 New York.